Hi Leo, welcome to your August 2020 love reading. It's Rena here. So I'm using the Ethereal Tarot this month, and this is really great for love readings. I hope you enjoy it. It's amazing how I'm got all this fire energy. Oh, more fire. Oh my goodness. Okay. The matter at hand, the Eight of Wands, all systems are going for some kind of new relationship. Perhaps if you are single, this is for singles and people who are in unsatisfactory relationships. This is the kind of card that comes when you're waiting for something to happen. So as a single Leo, when am I ever going to find that person of my dreams? And then, bam, it hits you between the eyes. There's so much potential energy of this card that it's like coming from wanting to move and then suddenly movement. Lots of phone calls, lots of messages back and forth, lots of passion just being exhibited. This is, where did this all originate? The Five of Wands. So more fire energy. And usually with this card I think of conflict, but it can be simply in that dating scene if you're single. And it's like wanting to stand out from the crowd, kind of that trying to compete for your partner or potential partner's affections and putting yourself out there. Leo is really good at putting themselves out there in these types of situations, exhibiting confidence that they have what it takes to be the kind of person that is, how would I put it, like attractive, that other people want in their life. A Leo person has that magnetism, and they are attractive. They are people that others find appealing. If you're involved in a relationship, this is more to, if you are already connected to somebody and you've met a new person, Leo, then what I would say is that you're in the process of getting divorced. That's how I see the Five of Wands, is that there's some kind of a battle. And you're just kind of participating until you can go on your own, and waiting to be able to take off and do your own thing, and so on and so forth. And what you can do to make things happen, we have the Emperor. The funny thing is, even when I got this card, I was kind of laughing because this is associated with Aries. So more fire. But what you can do to make things happen, this is a card of control, but to me, the ultimate control is coming from an inner level. So if you're involved with someone, and then there's a newness attached to this, Leo, the very best thing I think you can do is to have this is going to require a little bit of restraint on your part. Have the self-control where you're not being too over the top, that you're not trying to push things to go too quickly, that you're willing to let things play out the way that they will, because Leos tend to be very romantic, and you can easily get emotionally carried away, and you can exaggerate the nature of the relationship, and you don't want to do that, because you want to be as realistic as possible. Even if you feel a strong infatuation for someone, there's no need to take things too quickly. And also another thing about this card is that it's keeping your head and being able to make sure that the time that you're spending with this person is showing that they would make a good partner. Maybe for some Leos, this is something that you have to do where you don't get physically connected to them too quickly. Maybe that's where it tends to go awry, where you start to feel like the relationship is supposed to be a permanent one, and then when it doesn't work out, you feel that sense of being let down. So being able to be more old-fashioned, take it easy, and get to know the person fully might be what you have to do. When I get a lot of fire in a reading, it can point to the need for patience, because fire tends to be very impatient. And one thing to keep in mind about impatience is that it's not saying anything bad about the person. It actually is suggesting that the person is very passionate about life, and they just enjoy everything so much that they want to see it unfold as quickly as possible. So it only goes to show a positive nature ultimately, but sometimes that can lead to getting involved with somebody too quickly. Outside influences that may be helping the situation. We have the Queen of Wands. That can be somebody who is helping you in some way. This might be a Sagittarian, unless this is with a Sagittarius, and it's just kind of reiterating this fiery energy that both of you possess. Certainly, yeah, the Eight of Wands could be two fire signs going at it, sparking each other's passion in life. In terms of, because one of the things that when I was creating this spread, as I was looking at it in terms of an influence as possibly astrological, and we just had a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius back in early June. And for Leo, this is actually your 5th house of romance. And the eclipses, whether it's the lunar eclipse like I'm talking about, which is a powerful full moon, or the solar eclipse, powerful new moon, they both represent change. That's the ultimate thing that they represent. And in the case of the lunar eclipse, they can represent insight. And so this may have been a catalyst for you, Leo, in understanding yourself better as a lover. And I'm talking about somebody who falls in love with another person, or about a particular person with whom you are involved with, but it has not gotten to the stage of a commitment. And this may be what this is all about. Because in some cases, I feel that a full moon or a lunar eclipse in the 5th house can be understanding that somebody is right for you romantically, and you may have just completely been blind to that, not seen that, because you had your type, your tunnel vision, had a certain type of person that was how, what you're supposed to be involved with. And that simply wasn't the case. So, very interesting. Oh, let me get done with this before the rest of the train. So, the outcome card is the Three of Swords. It's because I have the window open. Wow, that's very loud. But it's in reverse. So this is a card of the heartbreak being over for you. Again, in some of these readings, a person may have been coming back from another relationship, and maybe that's what the Eight of Wands is all about, is that you were not dating for a while, Leo, and it suddenly descended upon you, this interest in another person, and perhaps you weren't expecting how quickly everything would just come about. So in any case, I hope that this resonates. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Thank you for watching, Leo. Take care. Bye.